Hi guys, it's Amanda and Monica or Loomy, and we are here again with you today for another great design and tutorial for Loomy Mama. And this bracelet is called the Candy Fruit Bracelet, which as you can see, just by looking at it, it looks just like fruit. So this is such a cute design. Actually, Lizzie Looms on Instagram suggested to add the leaf to make it look like fruit. So we'll give credit to her for that. But the actual design was made by Loomy Mama. And it's very, very similar to the Love Lock bracelet. It's based off of that design, and you can actually find that on our channel. But so if you've done the Love Lock, you'll find that this bracelet is very easy. There's not as many steps as the Love Lock bracelet. It's very quick and easy. So I've done 2 here, and this is what I'll be showing you in the bracelet. We'll do 2 of these. For you to fit a standard average wrist, you'll need to complete 7 of them. For a larger wrist, I would probably say 8 or 9. Probably 9 for a larger wrist. And then this one is actually, let's see, 1, 2, 3, there's 5 of these, sorry. And this would probably fit a child's wrist, so, or a very small child's wrist. This was made out of the gemstones bands, the limited edition. I wanted to make a lot more of these, but in that 300 pack, this was actually all of the gemstone red that I had in that pack. So ran out, just couldn't make any more. So anyway, this is a hook only design. I don't know if I've said that or not. So you do not have to make it look like fruit. We're just going to add a green band here at the top to add that leaf to make it that effect, to give it that effect. If you want to make multiple colors, you can use multiple colors. But for this tutorial, I'm going to use these exact bands. These are the burgundy sweet bands, and then these are the green sweet bands as well. For my hook is going to be a 3.5 millimeter and a 4.0. The only device that I can use to film that's in very good quality. So if you notice that it's focusing in and out and it's a little bit annoying, I do apologize. I really, really do apologize. So, but we did promise Loomy Mama that we would get this out, and I hope it's not too bad of an issue. So I just want to get that out there and apologize about that in advance. So anyway, so I'm not carrying on too much about that. We will be making 2 of these. So if you have any issues or struggling with getting the bracelet started or designing it, or creating it on your hook, just always you can back it up and rewatch it, okay? So when she sent us the instructions to make this bracelet, she recommended that we use, or in her instructions she just said to double cap this band. We have on our bracelets, we've used a triple cap. I just think it gives it a little bit more of a tighter look. This one, on the grape colored one, we just use a double cap, and you can kind of see the difference, how it's just a little bit looser. Personal preference, if you want to do it Loomy Mama's way, this is her design, so you can do it that way, or you can do it how we like to do it. We just like to do it triple cap. So that's how we're going to get it started. 1, 2, 3 times. Wrap your hook around that, wrap your band around the hook 3 times. And we're going to take, just to start it off, we're going to take 2 bands through the hook. Pull that cap band through, and you want to make sure that your bands, the way that you put them on, I'm going to zoom in a little bit, are the way that they're laying on top of each other. Is the way that you put them back on the hook. Okay? Just like so. Oh, and it's going to be such a bugger. Zooming in and out. Alright, so now we're going to get it started. You're going to need 3 bands for each side. So I'm going to go ahead and grab 3 and lay them out for both sides so I know, and I'm not confused later, about how many I need or how many I've already hooked on each side. These will be our border bands, okay? So take the first band and we're going to pull them through both of these bands here. Just like that. We're going to drop the first band closest to the inside of the hook, pick up the outside. You'll find with these sweets, the 300 pack, they're kind of sticky and they get kind of confusing on the hook. So, all right, second band, we're going to grab these two. Drop them both, pick up the outside band, replace it on the hook, and replace the one that we just placed on the hook. Last band, this is our third band. Pick up two, dropping those two, replacing that one, outside furthermost one, and replacing the one that we just put on the hook. So that's what you should have so far. We still have 3 more bands to add before we continue. And we're just going to slide down. And we're just going to repeat the process. First band. Drop those two. Pick up our outermost band and replace it. And replace the band that we have in our hand. And like I said, these are our borders. Pick up two, replace the outside like so. Last band, which is our third band, pick up two, replace the outside just like so. All right, we're going to give this just a little bit of a tug. This kind of looks like a candelabra, in my opinion. You got that. So basically you have 2 sections here. And you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So now what we're going to do, we're going to take those last 2 that we had on the outside of our border and leave these alone. And we're going to take these 3 bands here that are on our right hand side and we're going to cross them over these 3. Now you can do that individually or you can pick up all 3 at the same time and cross them over. I'll show you how to do it individually and then I'll also show you how to just pick them up at all 3, which is what I like to do, okay? So we'll pick up 1, and we'll pick up 2, and we'll pick up 3. And typically, once you have all 3 of them over there, they will all stay, just like that. Now, if you want to pick them all up, all 3 at the same time, is what I like to do. Remember, these 2 are going to stay here. These 2 are going to stay here. And we're going to pick up 3, cross them over. And you just kind of grab those. I'm trying to get my fingers out of the way and separate them. Come on, little bands. Come on, cooperate. And then you can kind of push these in to where they will stay together. All right. And this actually is the base of this part right here. And then it's easy peasy beautiful from here on out. This is the hard part. This is the easy part. So we have our bands crossed. Should look like that. We're going to grab one of our strawberry color, and we're going to drop all of these bands. All 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those bands. I just like to pick them all up like that. Okay? And we're going to pick up this outside band, replace it, as well as the band that we just put on our hook. And we should have that. We're going to roll to the other side. Or we can break ourselves on through to the other side. Most of y'all would have no clue to that if I started to sing that song. Break on through to the other side. Break on through. Okay, I'll stop right there. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bands. What we're going to do now, just like so, single band, pick up these first 2, drop them, and we're going to drop all 4 of these bands. Sometimes it's easier just to turn your hook and slide them through. Okay, so you have that on that band. We're going to pick up that first band, pick it up, put it back on the hook again. The first and this furthermost outside band. Just like so. This, is this part right here. You can see where it's crossed over. So that's actually probably the hardest part of the design. So here on out, we're just basically doing the border and then moving along. So easy peasy from here on out. So we're gonna do border, border, border. Actually, I think it's border, border. So anyway, so single band. And we're going to drop all of these. Sometimes it's easier just to turn your hook. Okay, and pick up that outside band and replace it. So, and then what you will see is you've actually added an extra band, 4 bands over here to this side, which we're not going to worry about these yet. Okay, we'll worry about these when we slide to the other side. So we're just going to right now concentrate on our border bands. So we've added 1 border. We're going to add 1 more border. We've dropped both of those 2. We're going to pick up the outside border and replace the band that we just added on. Now this is actually where we're gonna be adding our last border to this side, but this is actually going to be our leaf color. So if you are making the fruit and you want to add the leaf, now is the time to add the leaf color. If you're not making the fruit, then you can add whichever color you want, but this will be your last border color for this side. I'm going to be using the Green Sweets. pick up these last two, drop those bands, pick up the outermost pink, replace, replace as well. And that's what you should have remaining for this side. Now we're going to slide over, trying to keep your bands in order. Okay, so from here on out, we have pretty much a divided section. So we really shouldn't have to worry about these bands at all for now. All we're going to be worrying about are these right here. So still doing with your strawberry color, we're going to drop these bands. Bands are all crooked. Drop these bands. And remember I said before, we had actually added a fourth band to this side. So what we're going to do is when we drop them, we're going to pick up one. Oops, sorry. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. So I'm going to push these down. So sliding all of this section off of my hook. So you should have all of that on your hook at this time. I'm sorry, all on that band that we've added. We're going to pick up that first inside band. All right. And then we're going to actually pick up this one, the last one as well. All right. And we're replacing the band that we added. These are going to get out of the way, hopefully. And that's what we should have. Adding another border. Outside colors. Picking up the outside band. Replace. And replace. Now's the time that we're going to add our leaf for this side. Picking up those two outside, replacing that outside pink and your green. Now you can see here in the middle that these bands get crossed over. We don't want that, so you just kind of uncross them. I mean, it's not a big deal that they stay crossed, but it just kind of gives you a cleaner look on your fruit if they're not crossed. I'll see that. Okay, so just go ahead and uncross it. And then here's the time too, because sometimes these bands that you cross over kind of get twisted up. And this would be the time to kind of straighten those out to make them look nice and neat. So grab your strawberry color. And what we're going to do is we're going to add that to the hook. And we're going to slide every one of these bands onto that band that we are adding. So just kind of work it down. Just like that. And you have your first strawberry. See, that wasn't very hard at all, was it? Very, very cute. All right, we're going to move on. So this tutorial is not extremely long. We don't like long tutorials. Heaven forbid we have a very long tutorial. So, you know, we like you guys to hang around and watch them, and we wouldn't want to keep you too long. Oh, look, I found some bands. Look at this. My fave. They're stuck together, look. And I'm going to, oh, wait a minute. Can I even peel this one apart? That one's kind of really stuck. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Here it comes. That's like the, oh, that's like peeling a sunburn. I know I've probably grossed you guys out right now, but I like to peel sunburn. Yeah, okay. Moving on now. I'll just hush up. All right. Now this part can be, I mean, it's not really tricky. You just have to make sure that you keep your bands in the correct order, okay? Strawberry color, or whichever color that you're using for your fruit or not a fruit. Pull that through. And we're going to now pick up this band. And we're going to pick up this band and replace. So this band that we've looped through is kind of on the hook, but it's not really. So you can kind of see that it's like that. All right. So now we're going to start with the 3 bands. So we're pretty much in this mode again down here. Starting with our 3 bands. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now remember, I'm just going to show you this twice, so if you guys get lost and confused, you can always start over. Picking up that outside band, we're going to replace and replace, moving these out of the way. And it's very, very important that you keep these bands in order and you keep this one on the hook correctly for later when we switch. Single band, grabbing these 2 outside bands, replacing this one and this one. 3rd band, last one, last border band for here. Drop those 2, and we're going to be grabbing this outside one, replace, replace. Now we can switch to the other side, but like I said, it's very important that you keep these bands. And if you're using 300 pack or limited edition bands, sometimes they like to stick to the hook and move around. So just make sure you have a good grip on them. Just like so. And we're going to repeat this process on this side. And when you drop them, make sure you drop them in the right order and pick them up in the right order. See how that one's kind of wanting to sneak out of there, so I'm going to grab it, replace it kind of quick, and see which order my band is, and replace that. We can move these out of the way. 2nd border, pick up these 2, grabbing the outside, replace, last one, picking up that outside, and replacing. So here we go back to, like I mentioned before, kind of like our candelabra. And you should have 5 on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And this is where we are going to cross, like we did before. I'm going to do them all at once. You can do them individually. 2 bands will stay out of the way on the ends. I'm going to pick up these 3 and cross over. Well, tonight, they aren't one to all cross over at the same time. There we go. And that's what you should have. And we're going to concentrate on this side, and we're going to work all the way up, even to the leaf. And you will have 2 border bands and a leaf color. Because we're going to drop all these, add a border, and add a leaf color. It's very, very easy to get the hang of this one pretty quickly. Always wondered, where am I at on the camera? And I do apologize. I can't see it very well, so I don't know if I'm focusing in and out like crazy or not. So I am very, very sorry about that. Hoping to get this issue fixed very quickly. All right, so we're picking this one up, replacing, and replacing. Moving these out of the way. Border band, replacing, just like so. Leaf color, 2 bands will be dropping just like that. Sliding to the other side. Okay. And remember, here's where we added that 4th band. So we're going to be dropping everything here. Just going to be turning my hook sideways. And we'll be picking up that 1st band. And picking up this outside band. And replacing the band that we just added to the hook. Okay. Border band. Oops, my bands are just like dancing over there all by themselves. Pick up these 2. Replacing the outside band. Just like so. And now it's our leaf color time. 2. All right, and these bands you can see are kind of crossed, so I'm going to uncross them. And we have already our strawberry form shaped very, very nicely there. And we will be pulling through. The single strawberry color. And then now, once you have it kind of closed off at the top, you can kind of rearrange it, sort out any bands, straighten up any bands that you need to, and continue to make as many as these that you will need to fit your wrist. These 2 have actually turned out to be my favorite. The limited edition purple is lovely. The lemon is quite bright and beautiful for summer. But yeah, these 2 are my favorite. When you close this, all you need to do is finish this process in this section, and we always just add 2 bands. The more I kind of thought about it after I'd already finished them off, if you want to kind of make it a little bit more leafy, go ahead when you close it and use the color of your leaf. You can do that. You know, just personal preference, whatever you want to do. But just use 2 bands here when you close it off with your C-clip. So this actually will finish or conclude our tutorial for the candy fruit bracelet for Loomy Mama. We are so anxious to see your renditions of these, so make sure you share them with us on Instagram. Tag Loomy Mama, tag us as well, Amanda, Monica, or Loomy. Use the hashtag candy fruit bracelet, hashtag Loomy Mama, hashtag Amanda, Monica, or Loomy. Please as well, Twitter, share with us on Twitter and Facebook. Facebook is starting to get a little bit bigger for us, so we would really, really love to see your renditions there. A lot of people don't have both. A lot of people don't have Instagram. A lot of people don't have Facebook. So either one, we would really, really love to see your rendition. So I have a feeling that this bracelet is going to be kind of a hit, especially with summertime here as of right now. And we think that it, you know, Loomy Mama always has some beautiful, beautiful designs. So we're very anxious to see what you guys come up with. So anyway, hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful summer. And we've got great more stuff in store for you guys. Bracelet I'm wearing today. This is our Western lace bracelet, which is designed by us and also can be found on our channel. So if you have enjoyed this bracelet making and you like this design, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to our channel and give us any comments or feedbacks of what you'd like to see. Happy looming, guys. Loom for a cause. Love y'all.